uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom.
So the other day, guys, I played in a tournament with some very cool content creators. I was lucky enough to have a team with a couple of very well-known PUBG mobile content creators, Fake Rigs, he of the Vanishing and Coming Back YouTube account, and One Shot Man, Ace Lawrence, who is an absolute shotgun beast and a hell of a lot better player than I am. And we also had some very good players in the other teams. ROLLEX, you might have seen his video of this tournament. FEITZ, Wynsanity, Metal, Choco, FakeJacob. I mean, there's some amazingly good players here. Choco Taco and Danak were both in this game as well. And they are PC players extraordinaire. Crafty, who's on my team, is also a PC content creator. He doesn't play mobile PUBG, so it was very tough for him, but he was still a really good teammate and a lot of fun. And one of the things that I noticed when I watched ROLLEX's video was a lot of people in the comments saying Bushka tearing it up and all this kind of thing, because I got some kills on some good players. And just want to set this to bed very early on. I've won a bunch of these things. I've won a 5-game tournament on Karakin, which I got a trophy for. I won a creator game on Erangel last year. And I was a top creator finish in the public games as solos. It's not because I'm as good a player as these guys. I'm not. Jacob, I've played with everyone. Like, I've played with FEITZ, I've played with Jacob, I've played with heaps of people, and they are way better than I am at fragging PUBG Mobile. What I do is spend an inordinate amount of time thinking about my rotations. That's all I do. And then the kills I get are generally because of those rotations, not in spite of those rotations, which is a lot of the kills that other people seem to get. Like, if you put me and FEITZ on a flat level playing field with an AKM each and said go, he would wipe my ass out, knock me the hell out 99 times out of 100. And I'll talk about the rotations straight away. The flight path, have a look at where we are. I saw a car coming down when we were on the way in, and I'm like, that's got to be Win. Like, that's got to be Wynsanity with that Tesla. The McLaren, rather. And lo and behold, yeah. And we dropped over here, close to the George Pole, and got guns, and then just got really lucky. And this is not about my skills. It is about poor old Metal, and so sorry, so salty, and then Win. It's about the fact that we just dropped a little bit better. We went to a compound that was a little bit further away and got guns and didn't stop and muck around at the compound, just kept rotating this way because North George Pole was more important and it was better to get here. And once we were lucky enough to clear Win and Co, because let's face facts, they got screwed there. We then just had the whole of George Pole to loot. Now, we dropped hard north and the circle went hard south. I mean, there was nothing special about that, but in the kill feed on ROLLEX's, it must have looked pretty cool because Bushka got 3 kills and looked like, wow, that's amazing. But, you know, the reality of it is we just went to a better compound than they did and then didn't muck around at that compound, just kept rolling straight through. The problem you have when you drop north like this, though, is you got to get south. The other thing, though, when you're playing in these kind of tournaments, you can spend some time in the blue. People don't really think about this, but blue zones don't hurt that much until you get right down towards the end of the game. It's very easy to run through a blue zone just using band-aids and some energy drinks. Like, it's not hard, especially this early in the piece. And if you're in a tournament like this and you've already got a couple of kills and the circle is hard shifted away from you, rolling in on the edge of the circle is often the easiest way for you to get spotted and waxed. Because I know you're going to see later on when we move, the thing we do in our rotations is move to the short side of the circle.
Watch out.
I'm just going to put this up on screen just for those of you who don't know what short-siding yourself is all about. And this is literally the most important thing you can do in any of these games. The short side of the circle is a circle that has the narrowest distance between the edge of the blue, where it's not safe, and the edge of the safe zone, where, you know, you rotate inside that, you don't have to move anymore. The long side of the circle is the worst part to rotate through. That's where there is a greater distance between the edge of the blue and the edge of the white. The reason this is so important is that the circle, when it contracts and the zone shrinks, will touch the sides of the safe zone around the circumference of the safe edge of the circle at exactly the same time. So if you're on the long edge, the circle moves faster and people have to make much harder decisions. Whereas if you're on the short edge, you can watch all that happening and you don't have to rotate at all. And I will literally make that the most important thing about rotations. And the team let me handle rotations, which is just as well, because you don't want me handling the killing, you want me handling the rotating. So I'm not the best at fragging. Anyway, and you're going to note the other thing that I do is once I've rotated in, as long as I'm in a space where I can have a really good field of view around, I'm pretty happy with myself. And you can see where I'm talking about here is we're setting up, if the circle goes south, further south, then we're going to try and cross around Ferry Pier or Primorsk. And I've made a mark on the circle here where I know that there's a ridge line. Now, there's two things. Well, there's really three things. If you're in an offensive position, you want to have good hard cover, you want to have a great field of view, and you want to have a safe flank. But what you can do if you just want to be defensive is have a great field of view. And even if it means that you're wide open on a flank, if the field is so open that they can't see you without you seeing them, then that's pretty safe. And we actually go straight to this octagon here, the cube, because this is outside the edge of the circle, but there's no point rotating into where I want to go, which is the ridge in front of me right now. We're safe here. We know there's no one behind us. We know that there is no need for us to rotate fast and hard here. All we have to do is wait and watch and be safe. And we can tell just by looking at things what's going on. And we also noted that there was a session during the middle of this where the kill feed went crazy. And with the zone going to military based, it's pretty obvious to me that someone is going to be on the bridge. And I got to tell you, I know who does the most bridge camping in this whole pack of grubs, and that's FEITZWYNSANITY. So I'm expecting FEITZWYNSANITY to be on the bridge. There is no way that I'm going across the bridge. And if you want to get stuck on the bridge, it's by making rotations slow. And see how we keep going along the edge of the zone here? Watch when we come in. See how short-sighted we are on this circle? We've only got to drive like 200 meters and bang, we're safe again. Now, this might look like a crazy spot. It's not exactly walled on either side. But if you look behind us, it's a wide open field. And the most dangerous part is the part that we just came from, the cube. That's the place that can actually get a good overlook on this area. And I didn't go all the way across the top of the ridgeline because there's no need. Now, if anyone takes pot shots at us from the northeast, we can retreat across the other side of the hill. And if anyone wants to shoot at this hill from the southwest, then that's pretty easy to see who's shooting at us. And there's no way someone's rotating in the open down there. We'd absolutely wax them. So this again is just a smart, safe rotation. The top 50, and we're waiting because we don't know which way the circle's gonna actually go. We don't know if the circle is going to go south or north. And I'm betting that it goes north. If it stays north, then we're absolutely 100% loving this because we are going to be in the best position to make our next rotation. We're already north of where the circle is. And this is all I'm thinking about. I honestly don't think about getting frags at all. And what you will find is if you play like this in classic games, you will win or get top 5 all the time, like constantly. But it gets a bit boring after a while. But I'm telling you now, if you wanted to ever get to Conqueror, you just rotate like this every single time. Get a bunch of mates and you will get Conqueror. It is so easy to do and it's so hard to screw up once you get into the habit of it. The thing I usually do that causes me to die is I just don't care. Anyway, we all know the circle doesn't go. It goes south. And we go to Primorsk because Primorsk actually has the air conveyors. So we can launch across and get to the other side of Millbase Island. Now, the problem with this, right, is we did not have a lot of meds. We were spending a lot of time in the blue. And I've only ever used these air conveyors in solos. Same with everyone else. We did not know that if you can't get in them together, if you start moving the thing around. So I ended up, couldn't get anyone else in. And then Ace jumped in, and Ace runs gyro. So as soon as he jumped in, the air conveyor he jiggled a little bit, and it stopped anyone else from getting inside it. And this really screwed us after all our planning, because even though we made a great entry onto the island, I mean, have a look where we are. Everyone is getting smashed on the bridge by FEITZ and co, and there's all these people dying. Riggsy couldn't get in the air conveyor, and the blue just got so hard and he ran out of meds that he had to get in a car and start driving along, and then ended up dying in the zone. And poor old Crafty landed just down here to the left and then immediately got thirsted. Whereas if you see where I land, I've landed near the only structure in hardcover that I can find on that map, and then I'm just going to wait. And this is what I've always done in these tournaments, and it's always worked really well. But there's this mission ignition thing is a lot harder to do with. You can see Crafty's jumped across, and there was just someone where he landed, and there's nothing you can do about that. These crazy late rotations. Now, if we look at the circle, we've lost Crafty. Riggsy, you can see, is at number 2 there. He's dying. He dies in the blue because he runs out of meds and he's in a car and he's trying to get to a bridge. But look where I'm running to. I want to get short-sighted again. Even though it might look a bit crazy, I'm running a little bit across the angle of the zone because I want to get short-sighted. If you think about this, everyone's on a bridge camp, right? And the only way I can turn that to our advantage is if we actually get in behind them. And that's exactly what the circle's doing. It's not gone hard south again. It's kind of landed just behind the bridge. So we're out of meds, but Ace is still with me and he's a stone cold killer. So I want to keep him rolling. And he's just picked off the guy who got Crafty. He's found him and he's going to just go and give him a big hard spray. I want to keep going. We need a vehicle. We need a vehicle pretty badly, and there's still 26 people left alive. So I'm coming over here to support just in case it's needed. But Ace knocks out that young amigo, then taps through, and then just starts rolling again into the zone. He doesn't even have time to go and take his stuff, and I can hear all the gunfire going down there. And you can see Ricky Dav, one of my patrons, goes down. Choco gets knocked. There's FEITZ is taking people out. You know, it's just really, really rough down there. There's usually a vehicle spawn down here, so I'm hopeful of finding a vehicle spawn, and then I'm going to go back and get Ace, and then I'm going to rotate into this super short side of the zone. Okay? I mean, I can't be serious enough about this. If you don't do this kind of stuff, and you're in a tournament, especially against players that are just better than you, and if you're ready to acknowledge that, which I totally am, then this is the best way you have to beat them. And you're going to see in just a second. I'm going to go grab Ace, which is obviously pretty important, getting a hold of the Ace. And he does a great entry, no mucking around. It's like we've been playing together forever. And I am going to play a little bit with Ace. I really want to play with him. Be a lot of giggle playing duos with him. Maybe grab some games with Riggsy as well. And we're going to rotate right into the short edge side of the circle. Watch it. Here we go. Straight in, and I'm going to park the car around the back because the car is super important. And there we go. And because of this rotation, you can see FEITZ has just been in the kill feed. I'm like, I think that's FEITZ. FEITZ has just taken out 2 people. I'm absolutely like, this is the best chance we've got to get FEITZ. I've played with FEITZ. I've had a video with FEITZ where we played FPP and he was duo squads and he was shredding everyone. I do not want to get stuck on a FEITZ kill feed again. So I'll take it any way I can. I don't care if it's ugly. I don't care if it's unfair. He is too good a player to give a second chance. So we get a little bit thirsty. I'm sorry, FEITZ. We're both in lockdown on the eastern seaboard here. And now we just wait. Just got to be patient. The circle moves away from us, but we're going to rotate late. We've got a clear view of that hillside. I've already marked it. I know it's about 314 meters. So anyone rotating along the edge of that hill is going to have to go through us. Ace gets the car out. And this is when my PUBG idol, the Choco Taco, rolls on through. Ace and I were both like, we want to rotate, but do we have time to turn on the microphones and go and tell Choco how much we love him? It's like, seriously. The other thing, of course, that I have an issue with is I don't snake. I was going to go and talk to Choco, and then I thought, no, take it seriously. Take it seriously. I don't really snake, and that's just because I find it abhorrent. I will for my team in these events if it comes right down to the final wire. And we hear someone there, that's fine. Ace is like, you drive our gun. They're making a late rotation in behind us, but they're well out of the circle and I don't have a car. And I'm just looking for a rock to, and there's Rolly. And I'm like, bugger. Because that is a great rotation that they've made. I smoke the car and Ace sets up some beautiful riot shields. I'd set one at the back just in case that person rolling in late gets a hold of us. And this is a huge mistake here. I really feel this is a massive mistake. Okay, so there's Rolex in the back end of that car. We should have pushed. We should have pushed. Because Ace is brilliant up close. Rolly is so dangerous. I feel like he's the most dangerous person left on the field. And we should have pushed. But instead, what we did was we bet. We bet that we were going to get the next circle. And we make a rotation. And that's my call. That's literally my call, right? That's not Ace's call. I called this. And yet they got back on their feet quick enough with Rolex that we didn't even get to where we wanted to get to. And that's really, really annoying. Really annoying because that was a bad choice. That was a bad call by me. If I had realized pushing up there was probably the best chance we were going to get for a good fight. But we nearly get close here because the main reason, you know, when you get greedy, I'm about to get greedy, right? 7WG, we were talking about this after. He got screwed so hard. His grenade went into the edge of the tree and it forced him to jump out from behind a tree, right? So we ended up actually getting tagged. And there's Ace getting a great knock on the left. Really good knock. And he's a hell of a player, Ace. And 7WG is going to push down the right. Rolly is holding the middle with her gaming. Another Australian. Go you Aussies. And 7 puts up a riot shield here. And then what happens is I think he actually chucks a grenade in front of him. There's a grenade coming in, so I just move out and let that come in behind the rock. And as we move up here, if you look on the right, you can see 7 just start jumping around. He's just running around because he's thrown his grenade and he had to leave his tree. And then I just get greedy. Ace is down. This should have been a revive, smoke, and a revive, right? I get the smoke out, but I see Rolly, and I go for a peek without knowing where he is, and I should have just pulled straight back, but I didn't. I was greedy. I was greedy. Well done, Rolex. Hell of a game. Me, I'll just keep rotating. It works well. It seems to always get us up the top of the leaderboard. Look after yourselves. Stay safe on the battlefield. And until next time, bye for now.